14 and 15 we've done. 16, Public Transport Committee report. Phil, would you like to
move those recommendations? Yes.
And Pauline, you'd like to second that?
Love to. Yeah.
Are there any questions, Yanni?
So just
Richard, come to the table. Thank you.
Just wanted to check in terms of the proposed amendments, reference to non-voting observer to non-voting member. So
we didn't want the word observer used because it's actually a bit mean to call somebody an observer when they're entitled to participate but not vote.
Yeah.
So that's why we changed it to non-voting member.
So some of the other issues that were raised with us at the time that we were agreeing this to be set up was that we could send a proxy. So are we able to send someone if the people that are appointed can't attend?
Not at this point, but I think that's a point for discussion at the committee. So at the moment, it's the members who will be attending, and that's Councillor Cotter, Councillor Clearwater and the Mayor. But there was at the initial workshop a broad agreement, I recall, that the issue of proxies would be discussed at the committee once it's up and running, but we haven't had that discussion.
Shouldn't we do that as part of the agreement? Like,
No, if we have to make an amendment to the thing is that we shouldn't even have to be coming back to do this, but because we were told that the way the agreement would operate was that the committee itself would determine this business of whether we could have non-voting members extended to include the DHB. This makes it clear that it's the committee's decision. So all this is doing is tidying up what we understood the council structure would be. There's nothing dramatic here at all. We haven't considered the question of proxies yet, but we will do when we get to it. We've had one meeting.
okay, and then just the youth advisory group, like, so was consideration given to actually having a young person actually on the committee rather than just setting up a separate advisory group? And why did you come up with
but
this
that's not the purpose of this report, so we will discuss that in the future.
It's on page
It's an incredibly
370.
all-inclusive committee, though, and we're reaching out into the existing organisations who are all being able to feed in. So, it's,
on page 370, where it's got number 4 or 3.4, there's the there'll be a youth reference group and also a public transport advisory group. That way, in fact, the committee can be informed by people who are bus users and potential bus users.
Yeah. And we already had a submission from the youth group themselves. Yeah. They've already come to us
at the meeting.
So look, we've had one meeting. We've got another meeting scheduled. We had a visioning exercise yesterday. So it's just going through a series of stages. It will be up and running, and it's going to be able to do great things. And we're really well supported by Richard and Rayanne. So I'd like to take this opportunity to thank them for all of the support we're getting. I think the committee's going to work really, really well. All right. So that's been moved and seconded. I'll put that motion. All those in favour say aye. Aye. Those opposed say no. That's carried.